You're doing semen retention wrong. That's why you relapse hard. Every guy who talks about semen retention on YouTube, you'll see, except few who I learned from, like, they talk shit. I learned from some guys about SR, semen retention. I applied their techniques and they actually helped me a lot. And these YouTubers you're gonna see who are talking about semen retention, they will tell you what it is, but then nobody explains what is actually happening to your energy when you are stop. Nah, let it be. Nobody explains what is happening to your energy when you stop wasting it. Because if you do it right, there is something that happens to you, not just physical, but mental and spiritual as well. Who am I? I'm Mohammed, and in this video, I will be talking about what is SR, what is some misconceptions about it, how actually SR works, and how you can apply SR in your life with proven methods that will actually help you to become a new person. I came across this SR concept in 2023 when I started my self-improvement journey, and the most I have been is like 4 months without ejaculation, and I'm still on SR right now because SR helps me a lot to grow with some techniques that I'm going to be discussing in this video. And I've done SR periods a lot of times, so I'm credible to tell you guys what actually happens, how you do it, how you approach it. Because it's not like you just decide that, okay, I'm gonna be retaining myself, I'm gonna be abstaining myself, and you're gonna just sit, you're gonna do nothing, and you will just be floating in the air, you will be elevating it. No, it doesn't work like that. There are some other things as well to be kept in the mind, and in this video I'll be talking about that. So this video would be divided in 5 parts. So first part is, what is semen retention? So semen retention is not just about releasing. It's not just about ejaculating. It's about controlling one of your biggest impulses, that is to produce. And in this modern era where we have so much access, first of all, to X-rated content, second to hookups, where we as men, we get tempted and we act on our impulses. And you'll see a lot of guys, their lives have been destroyed. Famous guys, their lives have been destroyed because of this one impulse, where they just react on that impulse and then shit happens. I don't want to take a lot of names in this video because I want to keep this video direct, but there are a lot of examples of famous athletes who made a lot of money. They were very hardworking, they were very disciplined, and then when they achieve success, they start doing all these parties and stuff, right? And then they get somebody pregnant, and their whole life goes to shit. That girl put charges on them, or like if they marry that person, they put divorce and some shit, whatever, right? That you guys know already. So it's not about controlling yourself. It is about controlling yourself as well. It is actually about controlling your one of the biggest biological urges. And most people are constantly chasing dopamine, like quick pleasure, no control. Quickly they would just release. Guys who are pretty good with girls, they would do it in random hookups, quickies. And I have as well been one of those guys where I've destroyed many beautiful relationships because of my urges. I've destroyed a beautiful relationship because of my urges. So, retention focuses you to basically sit with your energy instead of escaping it. So, let me get my notes up. Yeah. Basically helps you to sit with your energy instead of escaping from that. Because once you start abstaining yourself, there is a lot of sensations, energy in yourself. So basically part 2 now, we are going on, that is energy explanation. So our first part was what is semen retention, second part is what is energy explanation. What I will be explaining about energy. So in the yogic traditions, I'm from India. I don't know about now, but it was a spiritual land in ancient times. The concepts we have in India that a lot of people still don't follow, but people who do, they achieve a lot of success. Nowadays, nobody follows, I think so. Those concepts that we have in our traditions. So basically, in our yogic traditions, this energy is called Shakti. Energy actually means Shakti. That is your life force. And the idea is when you are constantly releasing your energy, it is scattering. Yeah, that is true. You're not just ejaculating, you're actually scattering your life force. As a man, this life force is very, very, very important for us. I've realized it. And I really respect this concept of SR. But when you retain yourself, you have a choice then. So either you can suppress it, that energy, or you can direct that energy into something very good, into something meaningful. Part 3, that is chakra plus dhyan. Chakras are basically checkpoints in our body. It's not like physical checkpoints, but these are chakras. I'm pretty much sure you have heard about it, and somebody who hasn't, go learn about chakras first, because it is a very beautiful concept. When you get to know about it, you will be like, holy, this is something I really want to get into. It's chakra. I'll make a new video. I'll make a separate video on chakra specifically, because if I start explaining this concept right now, it would be a long video, so I want to keep it short and straight. Chakra plus dhyan. So there are basically checkpoints in our body from our solar plexus to our brain. We have 7 chakras. So when you combine SR with dhyan, dhyan is basically meditation. It's not something mystical, but practices like dhyan, meditation, helps you to channel that energy, that life force that you have from down below. It helps you. It comes up here in your mind. And instead of staying as a sexual urge, it turns into focus, discipline, and clarity. And that's what I'm I'm in that phase where I'm just abstaining myself, and redirecting my sexual energy into something meaningful. And I'm more focused, I'm more clear, I'm more disciplined. I have more willpower to say no to my impulses. Traditionally, like this is described as energy moving upward through your chakras from lower desire. From this is our body, for example. This is our body. This is your head. Okay. Imagine this is a human body. From lower desires. This is our feet. Like the example. Just take an example. These are our legs. These are solar plexus. Okay, just right beside above our genital solar plexus, and your energy is moving upward, and this is your brain. So basically that energy is moving from lower desires, that is sex or food or like basic desires, to higher awareness. So whether you see it as spiritual or psychological, the effect is real if you apply it properly. Part 4, real life effects. So when you're basically combining both of these concepts, semen retention with meditation, you'll notice you have more drive to do hard tasks. That is one of the best things you can have as a man. You have more focus, you're more focused on your task, you have more drive, you have more control over your actions. Main thing. I have a lot. See, I used to smoke a lot of weed. Wow. And after that, I started smoking darts as well. And I didn't have any control over my actions, I would say. Until I started doing this SR plus dhyan. So these are the real life effects, because you are basically no longer slave to your instant gratification. More focus, you have more drive to do hard work, you have more control over your actions, and you're gonna love hard work when you do it. So this only works if you actually direct that energy into something. Okay? Because if you suppress that energy, it will leak through in some ways. And that's how you relapse. Part 5. That is biggest mistake. So most guys try semen retention. They just sit there doing nothing. So what happens? They get frustrated, distracted, and relapse, as I said before. A lot of people, they're gonna start with, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna start with semen retention, man. They're gonna be doing it for a week or a couple weeks, and they're gonna just sit there and not doing anything. Or like not doing anything basically means like not taking right actions. And then they'll get fucking frustrated and like, oh, I don't see anything. It happened with me as well. And then I got frustrated, and eventually I relapsed. Because energy without direction becomes pressure. Energy without direction becomes pressure. Imagine you have so much energy inside yourself because of not ejaculating. And it's just building up. There would be some day when you're gonna relapse. So I'm gonna now talk about part 6. That is how to do it properly. This is the main thing. In this part, I would be talking about 3 steps. This is one of the most main steps that we're going to be discussing. So if you're a guy, ambitious guy who was on SR, you need to do these three things. That is, first, physical outlet, gym, or some movement, or something like basically intense. You guys need to, like, do something physical. I would say just go to gym 4 to 5 times a week. I would say like 5 times a week. Holy, this single thing gonna change your life so much. You're gonna be so much happy. Like, fuck man, more hits are actually something nice. Second, but do add these other 2 steps as well if you actually want full benefits of SR. Second, mental focus. Working on something, building something, like basically, like, or learning something, working on your business, building a YouTube channel, learning a new language, a skill. The last part, the most important one as well. All these 3 are important, man. All these 3, if I'm being honest. Meditation, dhyan. So if you do meditation as well, you can actually control your mind instead of reacting to those urges. Dhyan, so you can actually control your urges. These 3 things: something physical, something mental to work on, and meditation, dhyan. These 3 things, you're gonna be like, fuck, changed me as a person. You're gonna be like this. I would be now letting you guys off now, because that was all. However, semen retention is not a magic, guys. It's discipline, it's focus, and you learn to direct that energy into something meaningful. And then it changes your identity, changes you as a person. It can change who you can become. It's a beautiful concept, guys. So that's all for this video. If you guys want any help, link would be in the description. We can talk one-on-one. You can book one-on-one call. It would be free. And I can basically make some 2 weeks action steps for you. If you're a guy who's on self-improvement, if you're somebody who's ambitious and who wanna achieve something in their life. That's why I opened this service that is free, and I would be changing this after my first 10 clients. I would be putting a prize on this call. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you got some value, and I'll see you guys in the next video.